Hello y'all and welcome back, survivors. We are late in the game playing Stranded Deep, and today we're going to be going over the developer console, which is very much like the in-game cheat menu. If you like playing in especially creative mode, this is going to help you out a lot. It's quite easy too. If you're on the PC version of Stranded Deep, you'll be able to access this. If you're on console, save up your money and buy a PC. Let's get into it here. Under the backspace button, you're going to see the backslash, and if you hit that, it's going to open up this developer console here, and there's a few commands we can add in to Stranded Deep here. First things first, there's stuff like the FPS counter. We can put in FPS true, and that's going to give us a lovely little FPS counter in the top right-hand corner there. That's all well and good. We can also take that off with FPS false, and that'll pop off right there. There's also various other commands like system, and that'll give us like an idea of what we're operating on, which is very cool. And if this starts to get a little too crowded, we can of course hit clear, and that'll clear the developer console right here. So this is what they use to kind of get an idea of how the game is being played and what they need to do to fix the little glitches. I'm guessing they don't look at this too often. So the next thing that we are going to look at is something called dev.god. Now the dev.god mode is not a god mode, unfortunately. It's more of a fly mode. So we can kind of fly around the map and check things out, but we still get poisoned, and there's still like, you know, you still have to breathe and everything. But this is really cool to just kind of go around very fast, or if you want to transfer between the islands really quick or something like that on your creative account. Of course, if you're playing real, I'm sure you don't want to play like that. So let's go ahead and take that off, dev.god, and now we're walking around again. Excellente. Now the dev.god is all good, but once we check out dev.console space true, now what this is going to give us access to is the ultimate crafting handbook. Let's go ahead and hit /. Oh, look at that. There's so much stuff in here. Literally everything in game that you would want to spawn in is going to be in this menu here, and I mean everything. There are shipwrecks in here as well. We just have to be a little careful, because if you spawn it in, right, and oh, that doesn't look good. If you spawn it in and it's not exactly where it should be, then this isn't going to look very good. Oh my god, it took out our entire island there. This is the big shipwreck, the cargo container that everyone loves. This thing has so much loot in it, if we can only get in there. But you do have to be a little careful when and where you're spawning these things in. And then of course we can also use fly mode whenever we want right here. So just be a little careful on using that spawner, but there are amazing things in here, like for instance, come on, let's get something good. Spyglass, there we go. We can get a spyglass right there, or if we want some sunscreen, there we go. We don't have to worry about making those aloes anymore. Let's turn that fly mode off. Look at that, sunscreen to use. And how do you use this sunscreen? I don't even know how to use this sunscreen. I've never had the sunscreen before. Now besides those, which are great, there's one more thing in the developer console you're really going to want to check out, and that is dev.time. And now we're going to enter a time we want to go to. I want to go to 8 o'clock in the morning. So boom, there we are, 8 o'clock in the morning. And you can do this, of course, with any time, and it works off of a 24 hour. So if we wanted to go to, for instance, 6 o'clock, we're going to go to dev time 18, which will take us right to 6 o'clock. And there you are. So pretty easy. And of course there is the last one, which is going to be help list, and this will give you all of the little commands that we talked about, although it doesn't have the command of dev god and dev console true or dev time. So those three are not in here, but those are the good ones right there. So let me know how you enjoyed this video down below, and hit that like button. Just remember, we were late in the game, but better late than never. Have a great play.